So this is a digital thermostat that is meant to interface over an analog thermostat with only a dial and an on and off switch. So basically we're going to try to make a analog switch digital and electronic. And I'm going to go through and describe the operation of this and exactly what it's made of. So as you can see here, we have a servo motor, and this will actually interface with the dial and with the heat off cool switch. Here we have a 7-segment display displaying the desired temperature, which is controlled by these two push buttons, as you can see. Here we have a temperature sensor, and that actually uses the one-wire protocol, if anyone is familiar with that. And that is giving the ambient temperature of the air, which I'm reading right now to be 78 degrees. Here's a potentiometer, which controls the brightness of the 7-segment display. And here are two shift registers. And the shift registers are necessary because this has this requires 7 pins in order to operate 8, including the decimal points, and the Arduino only has 13, so therefore shift register is necessary to provide the number of outputs needed. And so how this actually works is there's the code inside of it. It reads the ambient temperature from this digital thermometer, and it compares that to the desired temperature here. And if that value is negative, then it will switch this to the cool state. If it is at the same temperature, then it will switch to the off state. If it is below, it'll switch it to the heat state. And I'll try to demonstrate that right now. And the way I have it coded is the off state goes from plus or minus 1 degree. So if it is 2 or more degrees below the ambient temperature, then it'll be in the heat state. And if it's 2 or more degrees above the ambient temperature, then it'll be in the cool state. And I'll demonstrate that. So right now I have the thermometer wired so that it outputs to the serial monitor, so you guys can't see it, but on my screen I'm reading 78 degrees Fahrenheit as the ambient temperature. So that means I can move the desired temperature between 79 and 77, and there will be no change. It'll stay in the off state. However, as soon as I dip below 77, then it's going to switch to the heating state, or rotate this one of these two ways in order to flip the switch. So now we're at 76. It compares that to the ambient temperature, and it sees that it's lower, so it would flip the cool switch in order to cool the ambient air to 76 degrees. And of course, the opposite works as well. I'll move this up to 76, move into the off state between 77, 78, and 79. Alright, and then at 80 degrees, we move into the heat state, because we want a desired temperature of 80 degrees, whereas the ambient temperature is 78 degrees. And you saw that flip, that's what that's meant to do.